Hello there. The most common productivity advice is to begin with the easiest tasks first and then move to the more difficult ones. This is to help create a momentum to push us to become more productive. But is it really the most productive way of tackling our to-do list? In this video, I explore what productivity experts are saying and why doing what is contrary to the commonly held advice might lead to better productivity. I'll be right back. Welcome back. My name is Raymond Huan, and if you own a business, you are interested in business, or you wish to learn about the tips and tricks on how to operate a business better, I encourage you to click on the subscribe button that you see before you right now. People tackle different types of tasks every day. Some tasks are more important than others. People make decisions on what tasks to tackle first in their daily to-do list. Some tasks are easily accomplished, and others are more complex and take a bit more time. As we go through this list, we make the very conscious decision on how to prioritize tasks so that we can get as much done as possible. The goal is not to appear busy. The goal is to be productive and to get as many tasks ticked off on the list as possible. The question now is, what is better for productivity? Do we tackle the easy tasks first and proceed with more difficult and more complex ones later? Well, the short answer is, according to productivity experts, it is easier to tackle what is difficult first. Doing so is better for the long term. Now you might ask, if the goal is to get as much done as possible, why tackle what might take a long time to do? Let's take this step by step. We already know that tasks aren't created equal. Now, if we go by the urgent important matrix, more commonly known as the Eisenhower decision matrix, there are 4 kinds of tasks. Let's take a look at that right now. Looking at the matrix, tasks that are both important and urgent, tasks that are important but not urgent, tasks that are not important but urgent, and tasks that are neither important or urgent. How do we prioritize these tasks? The productivity experts say that if a task is neither important nor urgent, you should stay away because these are distractions. Stay away from them. If they are not important but urgent, you should delegate it to someone else. If they're important but not urgent, you should do this later, but you should schedule it in your timeline, because the temptation were to put it later and not plan to do it later. Tasks which are important and urgent, you should do this immediately. To understand why we should focus on the difficult tasks first over the easier ones lies in the understanding of the last 2 quadrants. The important but not urgent tasks are usually tasks long-term, while the important and urgent ones are usually short-term tasks. However, we also need to be mindful that some of these tasks become urgent today because we didn't plan out, or we didn't accomplish them yesterday or last week or even last year, when they were clearly not urgent. The problem with prioritizing urgent tasks today is that it makes us more reactive than proactive. And I will acknowledge that there are some factors that are out of our control that contribute to the urgency of such tasks. And so we need to focus on these urgent and important tasks immediately. But the context of our discussion is on the important tasks that we have set aside because they were not yet urgent at the time, and because they were probably difficult and complex, and we decided to put it off for another day. We tackle the easy tasks first because they are easy, and getting these out of the way gives us a sense of accomplishment. We get more done in half the time. The problem is when we hide behind these tasks because we are procrastinating on the more important and more complex ones. Focusing on the easy tasks now become counterintuitive. We think we are accomplishing more, but it takes away the time from tackling what truly matters. If you feel that this is you are not alone. A lot of us do this for many reasons. And one significant reason why we put off the difficult but important tasks is because it takes us more time to do them, and we are more likely to make mistakes in the process as compared to doing it the easier way or the easier tasks. The first thing we need to keep in mind is to focus on what is important. You don't necessarily need to always choose the difficult over the easy, but you need to be conscious about what is important for you and your business, both in the short term and the long term. Then find a balance so that you can address both needs. You also need to change your mindset, and that can be challenging. You need to change your mindset about how much time it takes to finish a difficult task. Yes, it takes more time than usual, and yes, we are likely to make a mistake or two or even more. But don't think that the extra time is a wasted resource. Think of it as our time investment towards learning the task. Mistakes are great teachers, and if we learn our lessons well, then we are likely to do better as we progress in the task itself. If you're interested to know more about what a business has to go through when facing exponential growth, you can download the first chapter of my book, From 20K to 2 million in 2 years, absolutely free, here. The chapter talks about the differences between a good and a great business and puts out questions that make you consider how you can turn your business from good to great. Thank you very much for watching this video, and I look forward to catching up with you in the next video very soon.